guys, happy TikTok Tuesday. Let me get situated, find myself. I'm a little early. I'm so excited to be here. We're just going to be destroying some things today for art. Well, and building. We'll do a little bit of everything. We're having drawings for the paid subscription groups for Facebook, which is Cape Charles Art, and also for here, Melody Gleason Art. And they will be the mushroom and fairy wands giveaway. So if you're a subscriber, then you are automatically entered for one of these. And the Facebook one is July 4th, and the TikTok one is immediately after that, a day or so. And I'm not sure which one goes where, so if you have preferences, let me know. Right. So we're still selling a few more tickets left for the extravaganza, the Unicorn Spit extravaganza in Kansas City, September 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And anyway, there is a lady that was hoping to go and was not able to come up with the funds to go. So Michelle Nicole, the creator of this beautiful product that I am obsessed with and also affiliate of, she said if I could sell 2 more tickets, that she would make sure that lady goes. So I am selling tickets, and just hit the link on my bios and it'll take you to the Unicorn Spit thing, and you can buy your tickets there. And it's gonna be awesome. It's like a cowboy galaxy extravaganza. I get to teach for 2 days, not long days, just like an hour each day, and I'm not even going to tell you what I'm teaching on, except that it's texture, big time texture, like 3D stuff. So speaking of that, I'm going to just keep moving on to this. Do you see this? Okay, well, it's all wonked right now because I didn't like it. I came in and I looked at it the other day and I thought, I wonder how hard it is to pull this back off, because the majority of my art is, right here. So rather than throwing a good piece of wood away, I thought it would be a good experiment for all of us who do texture with the foil and all that. Now, what I've got wrapped around this foil is Famo wood. It's a wood filler. Okay, so super sturdy, and it is actually latex, so that's cool. If you want something really smooth, you can wet it down as it's drying and smooth it. So anyway, I'm gonna rip this off. Let's do it. Welcome. Hey Sherry, my sis. Paintings by Randall. Hey bestie. Sonia Grigg, welcome. Thanks guys. Thanks Sherry for being here and catching that. Okay, so here we go. So I'm just gonna rip this. I think I'm just gonna rip. Oh yeah, baby. So that's that. That is, oh yeah. It didn't take the wood off. It's just took the paint off, which is fine because I'm using texture. So that can be thrown away. So now you know, if you make a treasure box or something with the Famo wood and foil, you don't have to worry about, oh, I bumped it on something and it just drops off. Not happening. It's stuck, okay? So that's a good thing. I don't know about this. How am I going to get this up? There we go. Oh, I like it. Isn't this fun? That's the thing about art. It's kind of like when my mom used to sew clothes for us, especially being a shrimp. Like we're a family of hobbits. I don't think any of us got over 5 feet. Anyway, it was hard because as a teen, I was still fitting into like middle school whatevers, and I didn't want to look like that. I wanted to look grown up. Anyway, so she would sew my clothes and make them to fit me, right? Well, that's art. You can go to a store and you can buy art, but if you make your own, you can just keep changing it to your own special whim for that year, even just the Artistic Vivations. Let's skip around to this. Artistic Vivations embossing powder. So I'll just do it on this. So here we are, and we're talking about the UV resin. This is UV resin and some zeateal unicorn spit. So you can use it right on top of wood. Then I use the Fama wood filler, this stuff, okay? And I just spread it with a palette knife right there and put some Zeus and brown on it. So it's sandy and rocky, and it kind of gave, if you could be here, you could see it standing up like sand dunes. So then I added more of the UV resin. So I'm starting to build a wave that's going to come off of there, is what I'm thinking. All right, so it's all like one color because I mixed the zeateal in with it. So what I want to do now is I want to add just a little bit of white, which is the unicorn spit. Put it on a little palette because I want some little waves on it, and the UV resin is dry. So you can paint right on top of your UV resin that white foam that's coming towards you, maybe a little bit behind it too, because that UV resin is already dry, right? It's already cured. So once this unicorn spit dries, then all I have to do is put a little bit of clear over that, and I will have my little water's edge. All right. Now you can mix it in to your UV resin if you do it really little. The main thing with UV resin is with your light, it has to be able to shine through it. So if you make something that's not transparent, you've got too much glitter, too much pigment, it's not going to cure. So if you want to add colors, what I like to do is make it thin layers and just a clear layer first, get that cured really well, paint on top of that with your unicorn spit, and then clear layer over that. That way you're just curing clear and everything is cured. But you can mix it in as long as you make sure that it's transparent enough that the light itself is going to go through. This, by the way, is just that UV tape or UV resin. It's fabulous. Just you can keep using it over and over again until it finally just gives up on you. So don't just throw it away, just so you know. All right, so there's the white, and it's drying. So while that's drying, I want to see if, since this is the Fama wood, I want to see if the Artistic Vivation embossing powder will hang on to the Fama wood. And the only thing I've got to put down to make it hold on to is a Mod Podge dishwasher safe, whatever that is. So I'm going to use that. And I'm just going to put some on this sand right here. And the sand is dry Fama wood. I put the Fama wood on last night. And honestly, I don't know if this is going to work or if it's going to peel off. But I'll never know unless I try it. And if it does work, I think it will be very pretty. It's worth the experiment, right? All right. So I just put that on there. Oh, thank you. #1 gifter badge, Sherry. Thank you. I almost called you honey. Thank you, honey. Oh my goodness. All right, so here is the gold. Just beautiful. Gold dust. Just gonna the glob of it on there. It looks like I'm doing it like totally excessively, but it's okay. And then just knock it back off. I'm looking at it going, I don't know. All right, we'll see. Just put this right back in there. Then knock it back in. All right, and now we're gonna hit it with a little heat gun that you just get off of Amazon for like 17 bucks. And it comes in all pretty different colors. It's one of these. It's got 2 little speeds. We're gonna go hot. You should be able to start seeing it start melt pretty soon if it's gonna work. Okay, so you can see the gold. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty. That's very cool. Now, I don't know how durable this is gonna be. I'm not gonna touch it right now. So I know it's gonna be kind of warm. This one's still granulated. I haven't hit that with heat enough. It's dark and you can see little granules. So that tells you just need to hit it with some heat a little bit more, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Oh, I mean, think of a pirate ship and like, I don't know where that came from, but seriously, and like the gold in the treasure chest or something. That would be awesome. I'll sit down now. I got a little excited. Yeah. All right, so that is very cool. I'm going to use a little bit more Famo wood, and I'm going to go ahead and just use a spatula and give myself something else right here. I have to be careful as I'm coming close to this latch, where the latch goes, because you need it to sit flat. So I'm just going to push it right in my fingers. Off. I like the way it blended into the sand though. Sand. So, little gold rock looking thing. I mean, just imagine what you could do with this stuff. And I have a link on all of my bios for that. So you can get your spit, your artistic vibrations, and the Famo wood, and your powder, all of that, plus brushes and everything. Even if you're not buying, go check it out. They've got a lot of cool products that I have not even been able to try yet. And I am waiting on a shipment. I can't wait. New colors. One of them is like glow in the dark green. It's called Roswell, I think. Something like that. Anyway, it should be showing up very soon. So that's cool. All right, so I believe my white unicorn spit is dry right there on top of that UV resin. So I'm going to go ahead and drop a little more UV resin over the top of that. And I'm just going to put it on this little resin pellet that we made out of the coaster molds. As long as the sun isn't hitting it, you're fine. And if it's tacky, like you've been trying with your light and it's still tacky, just set it in a windowsill and leave it alone until you forget about it for a couple days. It'll set. Most generally, it'll set. All right, and I'm just tapping right over that white unicorn spit that I put down on my already cured resin. And making it wet looking like this really does help when you're finished with the box, the treasure box, that it shows up like it's wet water. Very cool. All right, and then I'm just gonna put this here. I'm gonna pitch that brush. Okay, so back to this. I'm gonna open up this little one because it's white. It comes in different colors. This is supposed to be white. White. I think they have a white or like super white or something like that. This is just kind of white. Okay, so it's like that. Here's the white and there's the regular natural. And I'm making a little lighthouse, of course, right on top of my resin, just with this Famo wood. It doesn't matter if it looks right or not right now. I'm just getting the idea of a lighthouse hanging out. If it goes really big, then that's okay. I'll just turn this bottom part into the proverbial cliff I always have it sitting on. It'll be fine. I'm going to take that damp brush and just push it into the shape I want. Now you can do this with a palette knife if it was a big piece or anything like that. Also, if you've already got a piece of art going and you're afraid to do that, you can make this off to the side, make one, put it on like a wax paper, and then once it's dry, just take and wet the back with the Famo wood and then glue it on wherever you want it. That way you know it's going to be okay. And that's kind of cool too, because you can move the piece around before you actually affix it to make sure that it's where you want it to be. I love working with texture. It just adds such a cool dimension. Just an extra little surprise. It's a slow process. You know what? This is it for me today. I think I've gone through everything that I wanted and it turned into a candle, but that is also Famo wood. And the rocks and everything is Famo wood.